What's up, Leaf Nation? Welcome to Molson Canadian Leafs Game Day. I'm Scott Willett. She's Danielle Emmanuel. We'll get to Henny and Bob in just a second. But Danielle, it feels like it's been forever since me and you last did a show right here in this hallway. 9 days to be specific since our last home game. And it's the unofficial start to the second half of the season, and the boys look primed for a run. And what better way to start the second half of the season than with the dad's trip? We're going to sit down with Dan Brown, the father of Connor Brown, in just a second. But it's a big initiative all across Canada. Danielle, what's going on today?
Yeah, today is Bell Let's Talk. 1 in 5 Canadians will experience mental health issues at some point in their lifetime. So this is all about starting a larger conversation and helping to break the stigma. So you guys can get involved by just simply using the hashtag Bell Let's Talk on Twitter. You can use Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and Bell will be donating 5 cents for every tweet to mental health initiatives. We also want to give a big props out to TSN Darren Dreiger. He did a very powerful really awesome sit down with Paul Ranger, and if you haven't had a chance to see it, make sure you check it out.
Very vulnerable, very open that Paul Ranger was. Yeah, it was very nice. So we got to get back into the hockey, right? And typical Leaf fashion, we play our best game of the season against the Dallas Stars in Big D, and of course, we got to go on like a 5-day hiatus. But will the Leafs be back to their prime form? What are you thinking?
I think so, and especially considering the fact that the New York Islanders 1 point out of a playoff spot. They haven't had good goaltending or defense this year. We got to pounce early on this one.
Feels like everybody in the Metropolitan Division is 1 point out of a playoff spot, just kind of nipping at each other's heels. For more on tonight's game, we throw it down to Henny and Bob.
Scott and Danielle, thanks very much. And it is the dad's trip. And some of the veteran dads are back, of course, in men with swagger. Bob McGill, Sam Kadri, Andy Riley. We can go on. And the legend himself, not here, Doug Orr, Colton's dad, who's in Hawaii, but of course always well remembered. The dads will light a candle in his honor when they get a chance to sit down for that first big meal come New York City tomorrow. As we welcome everyone here, looking forward to the dad's trip as well, and an opportunity to watch the maturation and continuation of one in Travis Dermott and how he has adapted. And he's going to get a chance to play with Nikita Zaitsev here tonight.
Yeah, boy, it's quite something, isn't it, when you think he's just going to be playing in his 9th National Hockey League game, and he's going to be paired up with Nikita Zaitsev here tonight in the second pair. And, you know, he's earned it. I think there's no doubt about that. And I just like the way this young man has played, the way he carries himself. He's ready for this opportunity. He's grabbing the ball, and he's going to see if he can run with it, and I expect that he's going to continue to do what he's done in his first 8 NHL games, and that is just perform strongly, move the puck, get involved in the play, and not look out of place whatsoever.
Well, the pride of York, Simcoe, and the Express has not been out of place in the National Hockey League, an all-star as well with the Toronto Marlies. Back in the lineup here tonight, playing with the Leafs, number 22. Got into the dance a little bit late here, Travis. I know how much your dad means to you and vice versa. The fact that you got called up and the opportunity that this dad's trip coincides, was your dad like a kid at Christmas time?
Oh, for sure. Like I was telling these guys before, my mom sent me a text yesterday letting me know that my dad took a couple hours at least to pack his bags and making sure he's bringing all the right stuff and looks up to par, I guess. So he's pretty excited with the upcoming events, and it's good for him. I mean, I owe him all my hockey career, and just being able to bring him along here is a little tidbit of give back, and you can see it by the smile on his face that it means a lot to him.
I remember playing with JT in London all those years ago.
He was awesome. He was great. He was a true professional, even in junior when most guys were still trying to figure it out. I know I didn't have it figured out as far as professionalism at that time, and it seemed like he was one step ahead of everybody, and just taking care of his body off the ice, getting the rest he should. So he was very mature from what I remember for his age, and it definitely shows the way he plays. He carries that team, and he's the driving force.
Tonight's projected Leaf lineup welcomes back Nikita Zaitsev. He has not played since breaking a foot in Detroit back on December 15th. The Leafs went 8-5-4 during that span. No changes up front for the 4-line combinations as they remain intact for a 3rd consecutive game. Frederik Andersen will start for Toronto tonight. He'll vie for his 25th win of the season. Toronto has picked up points in 7 of Andersen's last 9 starts, and Thomas Greiss is the expected starter for the Isles here tonight. It will be his first start since January 15th, and an overtime win at Montreal. Greiss is just 5 wins shy of 100 for his NHL career. Game time tonight, 7:30, a game televised nationally on Sportsnet. TSN 1050 Toronto will have it on radio. Our coverage here on Leafs Nation Network is set to begin at 6:30 with Molson Canadian Leafs Game Day. Bob McGill and I, along with Scott and Danielle, will see you then.